What's up, everybody? Micah here, back with another video. I haven't done one in a while, I've noticed. But looking on YouTube, a couple of my subscribers were making September 2011 Yu-Gi-Oh! Ban list predictions. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's make one up myself. Um, Most of these ideas are from myself. Then I looked onto forums and see what else I can think of that I can agree with, that I can disagree with, and I came up with my list. It may not be 100% complete because I was just thinking maybe a couple frog cards that could be on this list somewhere um, before I started recording this. But here's what I got so far. What I think should become limited. Trishula should become limited. OCG has it, so whatever. And it's not like I don't see any people pulling two Trishulas, three Trishulas, whatever. Just make it one. It's not gonna hurt or kill anyone really. I don't. If they don't make it three or one, it doesn't that doesn't kill me too much. I don't think. I mean, you're not gonna see anyone that has like two or three Trishulas on them unless they're a fucking millionaire or some shit. The person that wants to spend all their money on goddamn Yu-Gi-Oh. Um, so let that be a one, whatever. Royal, or actually, you know what? Let's leave that till the end when I get down to. All right. TG Hyper Librarian. This card is so fucking broken that you can draw a card every time you synchro summon when it's on the field. OTKs with the fish OTKs going around. That's possibly going to come up now, especially in my locals. People, you guys are probably going to be watching this. I know. That should be at one for sure. And there's a possibility that people can get two out and then three even. I don't know. I've seen usually two out the majority, and then you draw like two cards every time, and plus a possible formula synchron. You can draw three cards at one time, and any other cards before that and shit. And then you could pull the OTK where you can get a Shooting Star Dragon or a Quasar, or if you do the Red Dragon Archfiend one, the Nova. Put it at one. This shit needs to be at one. Fucking broken. You draw a card every time you synchro summon. Next card I think should be a limited Arclor Christia. With the new Lost Sanctuary and Master Hyperion, obviously all these cards are at 3, right? So you have so many fucking fairies that can be put into the grave. You can get 4 easily with the maneuvering around in the graveyard. Say if you have 5, you get a Master Hyperion out, you use this effect, get rid of 1, now you have 4, then boom, Arclor Christia. Right now at 2, you can have, and then it recycles itself. So somehow if you still have only 4, it gets destroyed. It recycles itself. Next time you draw it, boom, you put it out again. Are you kidding me? I think it should be 1, because 2 in a deck is too much. If Konami doesn't put that at 2, then leave it at 2. I'm sorry. If Konami leaves Arclor Christia at 2, then at least put Master Hyperion at 2. So Arclor to 1, Hyperion stays at 3, or Arclor 2, Hyperion 2. Solemn Warning should be 1. You have 3 Solemn cards out there. Obviously Judgment, 2 Warnings right now. At least if you make it a 1, I really don't have too much. There's a lot of people saying it should be 1. I can agree with it. But I don't understand why really it should be at 2. 1, it just fits the deck better. Really don't have a good answer for that. Let's go. I have a couple of 6am cards that should be limited. Double-Edged Sword Technique, revive 2, your Shien basically. You revive 2 6am cards, your Kageki and Kagamusha, and you get a Shien that's in your extra deck still. Come on, fucking stupid. So put that at 1, and Shien Smoke Signal. That at 3 plus Rhoda 4. You have 4 Searchers for a 6am deck. Bring it down to 2 now. Rhoda, leave it at 1 obviously, and then Shien Smoke Signal, bring that down to 1. That's all that I think that should be hit for the 6am deck. Super polymerization. Right now, that's at 3. And a lot of people are saying elemental heroes are going to get ridiculous. I don't know how. I mean, if they're not good enough right now, it's a good deck. They're good. They're really fun. But super polymerization itself is just such a broken card because you discard a card, you fuse with anything on the field. So with super polymerization and elemental heroes, because they need attributes. So you swap up their biggest monster, and then it cannot be negated. The card. That's fucking having 3. Nah, put that at 1. Gravekeeper stuff that should be hit. I was saying this earlier. I was trying to at least Royal Tribute. That should be at 1, not 2. It's a card destruction. It's a Crush Card Virus card destruction combo kind of deal there. Really broken. So leave that at 1. Gravekeeper Spy should be hit to 1. A lot of people are saying 2, but 1. Reason being why I think 1, with new Exceeds coming out, right? Gravekeeper Side, 2,000 defense. If somehow Necro Valley's out, 2,500 defense, wall, flip. And if you're going to go for Exceed Summon with an 8 rank, whatever, then that's an easy 8-star rank that you can get out. So that at 1, plus obviously the summoning of all the other ones. And then Recruiter should be 1, in my opinion. Just be a 1. I don't really have too much of an answer for that. I had 3 more cards that I think should, or Gravekeeper Steel, actually. That's another one I just added at the very end. That should be a 1 too. Because you're top decking in a Gravekeeper's deck. You have Necro Valley out. You have maybe 1 back row. It's like a set MST. And your top deck, Gravekeeper Steel. Really? And you have a Spy in there, and you fucking set that, and you know what your opponent, your opponent has, but your top decking, boom, you get a fucking Steel that saves your ass for the game, probably. So I think that should be at 1, if not 2. Lone Fire Blossom should probably go down to 1, maybe leave it at 2. And then Doppel Warrior should be 1. It's like a dandelion kind of deal there, so I think that should be 1. I should have said my banned list, but I only put 1 card that should be banned. Monster Reborn should be banned. In my opinion, because with the XCs coming out, it's just too much of a broken card. Everybody loves it. I mean, I love the card. It's just too broken. And then, in my opinion, for the semi-unlimited, if Monster Reborn is going to be hit, then at least put Call the Haunted at 2 now. It's slower than Monster Reborn, and you're only targeting your own cards. So Monster Reborn, you pull anyone's graveyard. So Monster Reborn, that's my only ban card that I have on my list. Semi-limited, like I said, Call the Haunted. D-Prison should be 2. It's just better than Bottomless Trap Pool. In my opinion, I really think it's just better than Bottomless Trap Pool. So if Bottomless is at 2, put D-Prison at 2. Book of Moon, this is iffy. I mean, I'll be okay with it at 1. I'm going to put this at 2, really. 3 is too much. 3 is just helping. You can do empty jar decks now. 2 is okay. I think it promotes skill when you have 1, maybe 2, and just for your other opponent to be guessing, oh, he used 1, does he have another now or not, whatever. So I think that should be a 2. Quick Draw Synchron should be 2 in my opinion. Maybe even 1. I have it at 2. I just see so many people playing with this fucking card and getting so many crazy shit out. So, and then special summoning, and then sending a card, you're ditching a card, you're ditching your Dandelion to get the 2 tokens. Ridiculous. Junk Warrior, I think, should be 2 because it's like a Debris Dragon. So, Debris at 2, Junk Warrior 2. Junk Warrior, I think, is a little bit better because you can go for anything, really. Not just Debris where it has to be Dragon and it can't be level 4. So that's my opinion. Junk Warrior should be 2. I said Call the Haunted. Destiny Jaw should be 2. A lot of people are saying Destiny Jaw on the forums should be just 2. It's not Destiny Heroes aren't going to be played really, so just fucking put it at 2. Really, I don't care. Blackwing Kalute the Moon, I think should be 2. It's weaker than Honest. They only get 1,400. Honest, you double. You win on your battle, obviously. Kalut should be 2. Reason being because also you have the bunk out. That card is so good in my opinion, and it stops a lot of shit. It stops a lot of synchro summoning, like Blake's and Glow Up and Spore, the 3 main cards in the graveyard for synchro summoning. Stops Agors, that card is just so good. So I think Kalut should be 2, just because at least the bunk can counter it, and the bunk is a side deck card. So Kalut to 2. Blackwings aren't being played too much, really, except for I have a Turbo Blackwing Dark Samorge deck. So Kalut to 2. Lumina, Lightsworn, I don't know exact name. I think that should be 2. Lightsworns aren't really getting helped too much here or hurt at all with 2. Priority is going to be gone, so people could be running trap bowls to at least get rid of it. Maybe, I'm not sure. So Lumina to 2, not a big deal in my opinion. And my unlimited cards. Magical Stone Excavation, no one's running that card unless it's an empty jar jack. So I'll put that to 3, it's not a big deal. I put a question mark next to Bottomless Trap Hole. Since I cut Deep Prison to 2, maybe Bottomless to 3, especially with the priority gone, I don't know, that's just iffy for me. Megamorph to 3, no one's using it, really, who cares. And then Mash Driver, I saw this card. I understand this card was used for a Frog FTK deck. However, the card itself should not be hit because it's so. You tribute a monster to deal 400 damage. The card itself is garbage, so it shouldn't be hit at all. The card that was hit, obviously, I think, what was it, Substitute? I'm not exactly sure. That obviously, that was the card that needed to hit. So what was I saying? Mass Driver, that the card is garbage. It should not be hit itself. So, anything else? No, I don't have anything else on my list. No, I can't think of anything else. So leave your comments, and this is going to be on my Facebook, so a lot of my Yugioh friends are going to be commenting, or unless they have YouTube accounts and whatever. Anyway. Leave your comments in the section below, like Raymond Johnson below. I don't know. And what you think should happen. A lot of people, I will just say this, when I was reading the forums, it seems like a lot of people want Heavy Storm back, get rid of Giant Trunade, get rid of Dark Hole. I currently like the format right now with Dark Hole and Giant Trunade being at 1, and Heavy Storm being gone, and MST at 2. People are saying if Heavy Storm is not put back, then at least put MST at 3. I think that's too much, even with Heavy Storm being gone and then Giant Trunade. Giant Trunade promotes OTKs. Okay, so what? Everybody has one in their decks. Why is it fun? People are going nuts. People are going nuts in these forums that I'm looking at. So I don't agree with what they say. I like that Dark Hole is here, and I like that Giant Trunade's at 1, and I like that MST's at 2. A Heavy Storm is way too much. So, all right, that's it. Again, comments below what you think. If you agree or disagree with mine predictions, and that's it. So thanks again for watching, and have a good night, day, whatever time you're watching this video.